Hello, today I'll be demonstrating muscular strength upper body 1RM assessment along with muscular endurance push-up assessment. The 1RM is the heaviest weight that may be lifted once with proper technique, full range of motion, and without assistance. It may be measured with a bench press or a leg press. Warm-ups. We're going to warm up with an aerobic exercise at a low intensity for about 5 to 10 minutes. A specific warm-up will be performed of the chosen exercise, and you'll perform several repetitions with a light load. The initial weight selected is going to be within 50 to 70% of perceived 1RM. Once selected, starting weight is chosen, attempt a 1RM lift, and assess if it is done correctly. The rest period will be 3 to 5 minutes between each 1RM attempt. Increase the weight resistance by 2.5 and 20 kilograms after each repetition if performed with proper technique. This is done until you can't complete the lift or if not done with proper technique. The 1RM should be found within 4 sets to avoid excessive fatigue. A person's 1RM is determined as the heaviest weight lifted correctly with proper form and through the full range of motion. The strength to weight ratio is calculated by dividing the weight lifted over the body weight, and this will give you the result for the strength to weight ratio. So start off with an aerobic warm-up exercise for about 5 to 10 minutes. After the aerobic exercise warm-up, conduct a specific warm-up with the exercise that you chose. You will do several repetitions with light load. You will then attempt a 1RM lift, and the initial weight selected will be within 50 to 70% of perceived 1RM. Make sure that it is done correctly. After that, rest in between 3 to 5 minutes and increase weight in between 2.5 and 20 kilograms. And again, attempt a 1RM lift. Like mentioned before, the 1RM should be done within 4 sets in order to avoid excessive fatigue. As you see here, I wasn't able to lift the weight correctly. Therefore, the previous set was a weight to indicate my 1RM. Using reps to fatigue, a sub-maximal test may also be used to find out your 1RM. A sub-maximal test is used to predict what your 1RM can be, whereas a maximal test gives you a direct measure of your 1RM. You will perform a sub-maximal test over a maximal test when being performed by someone who is sedentary, adolescents, or older populations. The sub-maximal testing ranges from 2 to 10 repetitions. In the predicted 1RM formula, you may see that you plug in the weight lifted in order to conduct 10 repetitions. After you do the math, you get the results for the predicted 1RM, as seen in this example. Next, we are moving to the push-up test. It is used to determine upper body muscular endurance. Also, a modified knee push-up test may be used. The proper breathing techniques is to exhale with effort when pushing off from the floor and inhale when going down to the floor. The number of repetitions performed with proper technique without stopping is the test score. The test is terminated when the proper form is not maintained within 2 repetitions or if you strain forcibly to perform them. Push-up test begins normally at the standard down position. Hands facing forward underneath your shoulder, back straight and head facing forward, while your toes are your pivotal point. Elbows need to be fully extended in the up position in order to raise your body, and your chin needs to touch the ground when returning to the down position. And make sure your stomach does not touch the mat. For the modified knee push-up test, your knees are together, lower leg is in contact with the mat, ankles are plantar flexed, your back is straight, your hands are shoulder width apart, and your head is facing up and forward, with the knees acting as the pivotal point. Your chin must also touch the mat with the stomach, not touching the floor, and your elbows are fully extended when performing the up position.